There, the residents were forced to evacuate over the weekend because of severe flooding as well.
Today, the good news is those folks are able to return to their homes, and they're really just starting to trickle back in because that flooding was severe.
Yeah, and that's actually where Brenda Ordonez is now. And Brenda, I know you were able to speak with some of the people that live there. What did they say that they came home to? It looks like a mess.
Yeah, Megan, we're here on South Liberty Street and Freedom Court. It's in Falmouth. This is one area that, residents have been coming back to. You can actually see behind me that truck just pulled in. A couple minutes ago, they were unloading, mattresses, dressers, things like that. This area, this side of the area right here. So this is right next to, it connects to Ridge Street. These homes here, what they came home to was a lot of flooding in their basements, in their garages. You're going to take a look in a moment at video that we're going to show you here of at least 2 to 3 feet of standing water left in these basements. Overall, families say they're surprised that they're back in their homes so soon, but yet now trying to figure out how they're going to get this flooding under control in their homes. Residents have been trickling back in since the mandatory evacuation was lifted at noon on Monday. Residents evacuated Saturday due to severe flooding impacting roadways and homes. While some roads remain underwater, the water is receding quickly, prompting utility companies to turn back on those services for the homes no longer impacted by floodwaters. Several residents who returned home on Monday were greeted with flooded basements and garages. Some residents tell us the water is so high they can't turn on their lights and their personal belongings are destroyed. While residents tell us they're glad they can return home, it won't feel like home until they can clean up and repair what the water washed away.
Just trying to figure out how we're gonna get the water out and, get it all cleaned up and, get all that smell out of there from all the, mud and mildew.
I want to make sure that all of my carpet's pulled out. I got a lot of work to do, a lot.
Yeah, and that work is starting now. This is what one home is doing. If you can see right there that they are pumping out the water from their basement. They're actually pumping it out to lead to this area. We're going to walk over here, and it's leading into that area that I was telling you is really problematic here in this neighborhood. It's the area that has caused those flooding in the neighborhood. This is on Ridge Street. This street remains closed because there is still several feet of water, blocking this road, blocking this street. You can see that the water is still, neighboring some of the homes here. These homes remain evacuated. The utilities to them are not yet turned on. Again, officials with Pendleton County EMA tell us they're not going to be turning on the utilities to the homes that are still facing some flooding in and around their area. So, this is really it's a wait and see in terms of when this water will be going down quick enough to where all of the residents in this area can come back home. Now stick with us though, because in Butler they're still facing some flooding, but they are going to be lifting their evacuation at 4 p.m. We're going to be heading there now to kind of show you what that situation is looking like, but also giving you an update to a situation that is still ongoing. There was an oil spill last night. We're going to be hearing from officials as to what that means for the residents in that area. So continue to stick with us because we're going to be monitoring this situation. For now in Falmouth with photojournalist Cindy Bellum, Brenda Ordonez, Fox 19 Now.